Yo, welcome back to Definisi Biology. So obviously in this video, we'll be talking about this year's SPM Bio AMALI, Gerakan Bahan Merentasi Membrane Telap Memilih, which is also known as your Tiub Visking punya experiment. Okay, but before we start, right, okay, this experiment, I think by now you all should know how it's done, right? It's very simple. Basically, you just have to put the Tiub Visking inside its larutan kanji or ampayan kanji. You will place inside a beaker that contains air suling and also iodine. So you're going to place it inside here. And what happened is that between kanji and iodine obviously is the small molecule yang kecil yang boleh merentasi the membrane Tiub Visking. Kanji is the big one which cannot. So when iodine goes inside, it will react with the kanji and menghasilkan larutan biru tua lah, we will say, become dark blue. That's what happened when iodine reacts with kanji. So this is your end result. Okay, this is what will happen. Alright. Now, but however, what I heard from some students, they say that their teacher told them there could be two Visking tubes with two different larutan. One is the kanji. Okay, one is kanji, this one. But the other one could be something else. So could be barli, barli, which is maltosa. So if you place both inside, now maltosa and kanji same, both of them cannot come out from the Visking tube. But just like we mentioned just now, iodine can go inside. So when iodine goes inside both of these Tiub Visking, iodine will react with kanji to become biruta, like we mentioned. But when iodine go inside the one that have maltosa, let's say for example, iodine cannot react with maltosa or any other sugar. So when the iodine go in, it will just become yellow. So you will have two different Pemerhatian, satu menjadi biruta, satu menjadi kuning. Now why there could be this possible is because, right, if I only got one Tiub Visking, put kanji inside, everybody know the outcome. Iodine go in, blue color. Which means I don't even need to do the experiment. I know the outcome already. So that's why a lot of students, they ask me, teacher, saya tak mau buat itu eksperimen. I want to straight away do question can. Since I already know menjadi biru tua . Now I just received news that there could be two different substances dalam dua Tiub Visking. So this one will paksa you to do the experiment because you got to record the correct observation . Okay? So I'll explain about these two more in a while. So these notes, I already put it in the link in the description below. There's a link in the description below, which is actually this experiment. You can go download it yourself and read it yourself. So I'm just going to teach you a few things. Remember, do experiment, no marks one. What soalan only got marks. So we're going to mainly go through like what kind of questions they will ask. So first, look at the title. Read the question first. Okay, or look at the apparatus and materials first, of course. So here they give you two unknown solutions, X and Y. You should get to that what it is. So like I say, since there could be two Tiub Visking, so there will be two larutan, that's for Tiub Visking one, and one is actually iodine. So it could be three different types of larutan. Okay, so I'll explain. So if you read the question here, menjalankan satu eksperimen untuk mengkaji pergerakan bahan merentasi membrane telap memilih bagi dua jenis bahan yang berbeza, iaitu iodine dan kanji. So if they give you unknown like see X and Y, how are you going to know which is iodine? Obviously, iodine will be like this yellow color one. Okay, if you're not color blind, you should be able to see the color, right? So it's obviously yellow one is iodine, the other white color one, or we say keruh one, cloudy one, is kanji lor. So this is the kanji. This is, and then like I mentioned, iodine will go inside. So here initially is yellow color, but after iodine go already become biru tua. However, just now I told you that it could be another Visking tube here. Inside, maybe it's something else. So maybe they put here larutan Z. So which could be maltosa lah, like I told you just now. So yeah, take note a bit. So for the Pemboleh Ubah, let's go through the Pemboleh Ubah 新变数 of the experiment. So number one, Pemboleh Ubah dimanipulasi. So the Pemboleh Ubah is the first thing you need to know. So in this experiment, what is the Pemboleh Ubah dimanipulasi is size molecule. So because I'm using different size of molecule in this experiment to see which one can merentasi the Tiub Visking punya membrane. So that's your Pemboleh Ubah dimanipulasi. For cara mengenalikan later first. So for bergerak balas 反应性变数. So bergerak balas is basically the outcome, the result of your experiment. So what is the outcome of the experiment? What am I recording in the end? So the outcome is the perubahan warna dalam beaker dan Tiub Visking. So I want to see in the end the bika punya color got changed or not? The tube visking inside, what is the color change? Understand? So that is the what am I recording at the end. So for dimalakan, 固定性变数 is tempo rendaman and isi padu air suling. Now for this experiment, right, dimalakan is not very important because we're only going to have one experiment set up. It's not like going to have multiple setup whereby all have to be the same temperature and all. So that's why this one not too important. But if they ask, you can just go for the easiest one. Tempo rendaman. 一蒸多久? How long you want to soak? Let's say 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Or you also can say isi padu air suling means the water outside here must 200 ml, for example. Okay. And then for this experiment, most likely is guided. Means other procedure, most likely lah, not 100%. But anyways, I will also teach you how to write procedure, just in case. Okay, but let's say if you confident procedure won't come out, yeah, you can skip this part and go to the next one, which is Pemerhatian. So I'll just teach you how to write procedure. So procedure total will have 4 marks. What are the 4 things you must get right to get these 4 marks? Is number 1, cara mengendalikan Pemboleh Ubah. Since there are 3 Pemboleh Ubah, must have 3 cara for each. And then langkah berjaga-jaga. Okay, langkah berjaga-jaga first. Langkah berjaga-jaga is steps you need to carry out to reduce error, to make your result more accurate. 讲让你实验更加准how to 减少失误. So I'll give you 2 already. Number 1 is pastikan tube visking diikat dengan ketat supaya tidak bocor. So you need to ikat tightly. If it bocor already, then your kanji come out, then outside also will change color, which is not supposed to happen. Another one is bilas bahagian luar tube visking dengan air suling. Bilas means rinse, 冲水. So just now this thing that I tie already, okay, actually I'm going to rinse with water first before I place inside, because sometimes the kanji could leak out when I pour that time. So I want to wash cleanly first, remove any kanji on the outside, then only put it inside here. Okay. And for the Pemboleh Ubahs, how to mengendalikan, how to 控制, control it. So for Pemboleh Ubah dimanipulasi are very simple. You just have to list down all the Pemboleh Ubah dimanipulasi that you have used in this experiment. So just we say it's size molecule. So there are mainly 2 molecule size, iodine and kanji, X and Y. If you got the third one, which got the second visking tube, this one let's say is Z, then you need to write one more. Example, could be Z, could be anything else. So in your procedure, you need to mention X, Y, Z. Then you get manipulasi punya marks already. So for bergerak balas is how you record the result, how you record the perubahan warna. Use your eyes and memerhati, 用眼睛观察, and then see already, write down, oh, yellow, oh, biru tua. Memerhati dan merecord perubahan warna in your bika and tube visking. So most of the experiment, right, you need to mengukur dan merecord, but this experiment there's nothing to mengukur. Use your eyes and see color. So don't need any radars also. Usually, let's say you want to mengukur GC, you need to use neraca. Now don't need, just use eyes only. So for Pemboleh Ubah dimalakan, let's say if it's tempo rendaman, you need to mention 15 minutes. So if you mention how long is the tempo, you get mark, 1 mark. Same for isi padu, you mention 200, got marks. So let me show you how to write this, how to get marks for this. So first, dimanipulasi. So dengan menggunakan picagari, isi tube visking dengan 10 ml of your this one, larutan. What was larutan already? Larutan Y, your kanji. So I put inside the tube visking, I put the kanji inside. So with larutan Y. Then tuangkan 200 ml air suling ke dalam the bika here, dan menggunakan picagari tambah 5 ml larutan X. Was it X? Yeah, X is your iodine. So for this sentence, I mentioned the X, I mentioned the Y, that is dimanipulasi. At the same time, just now, right, if I mention the 200 ml, that is the dimalakan. The air suling is the isi padu of air suling is what I want to dimalakan. Then record the warna larutan dalam bika dan tube visking. Masuk tube visking ke dalam bika dan biarkan selama 15 minit. Or you can say rendamkan tube visking dalam bika selama 15 minit. So long you mention 15 minit, that is the dimalakan point. And bergerak balas always will be at the last sentence, because bergerak balas is your outcome. Outcome is always at the end your keputusan实验的效果So memerhati dan merekod. Like we said just now, perubahan warna dalam bika dan tube visking. That's your bergerak balas punya mak. Settle. Okay. Let's put this aside first. Then next is your Pemerhatian. So Pemerhatian, they might need you to draw a table. So they might give you like here completely blank, this whole table need to draw yourself, or they could already give you part of it, then you just have to record your Pemerhatian. So either way, here I teach you what to draw. So first you got, let's say you got 2 Tiub Visking, you need your bika. Tiub Visking number 1, which is larutan Y, and Tiub Visking number 2, which is larutan Z. So initially this one also kero. So let's say one is kanji, one is barli. I don't know which is which. Okay, so at the end, iodine outside will still be yellow because these two things, these two larutan is definitely big one, cannot come out. So the one that got kanji, menjadi biru tua. This is one. The one that got other sugar, let's say like barley, that one, when the iodine go inside, tidak akan menjadi biru tua because iodine only react with kanji ma. Let's say this is maltosa, barley. So inside will become kuning ataupun perang. Okay, so they might ask you though, between these two, what is the one that become blue? Kanji. And soalan berikutnya, inference. So inference means you got to explain the keputusan. Why like this? 你要解释那个实验的keputusan, 那个原理推断. So here, okay, just now our experiment was that the Tiub Visking berubah warna. Satu menjadi biru tua, satu menjadi kuning, right? So why is because we know iodine boleh masuk ke dua-dua, but dua-dua molecule ini dalam Tiub Visking cannot come out, tidak boleh meresap keluar. Right, the kanji and whatever gula is inside here. So why like that? Is because iodine small, kanji besar. So for inference, you got to explain siapa kecil, siapa besar. So why like this? Why iodine can come out? Because can go in, molecule Y, which is your kanji, mempunyai size yang lebih besar dari liang pada membran Tiub Visking. Manakala X, which is your iodine, is lebih kecil dari liang pada Tiub Visking. Liang means lobang, dong pada Tiub Visking. Okay, so that's how you explain who big, who small. Next, hypothesis. Most experiment hypothesis we can always explain semakin越dimanipulasi semakin tinggi, let's say bergerak balas semakin rendah. But for this experiment you cannot write like that. 不能越. Why? It's because your Pemboleh Ubah dimanipulasi got no unit one. Tidak boleh diukur. No unit, cannot, got no nilai one. Right? It's not like darjah Celsius. Suhu got darjah Celsius, panjang got cm, kepekatan got mole, percentage. This one don't have. So takkan you say size molecule semakin besar, perubahan warna semakin kecil, there's no meaning behind that. So for experiment macam ni, you have to straight away state the keputusan, means you guess the outcome. Remember, hypothesis means smart guess. You got to teka the keputusan. 你要猜那个结局假设吧。So in this experiment, we want to determine iodine and kanji, siapa boleh merentasi membran Tiub Visking. So you already know iodine kecil mah. So you say iodine boleh, which is iodine is your X, kanji is Y. So Y tidak boleh merentasi membran dalam memilih, X boleh merentasi membran dalam memilih Tiub Visking. So remember, hypothesis for this kind of experiment, you must clearly state the keputusan and don't forget to bandingkan your keputusan. What do you mean by bandingkan? Means right, you don't just say, X boleh merentasi. You must say X boleh, Y tidak boleh. That's the meaning of banding. So you must make sure your hypothesis like this. You state the keputusan, but got two different. One can, one cannot. One tinggi, one rendah. Next, most of you also kepala sakit one. Definisi Operasi for membran telak memilih. So for this experiment, most likely they will ask definisi operasi untuk membran telak memilih. Now for those who still don't know, definisi operasi is not like write the definisi from your textbook. No. The definisi must be berdasarkan keputusan eksperimen. So for the first point, you must nyatakan apakah dia punya definisi berdasarkan eksperimen. So it's not you copy from your textbook. Membran telah memilih ialah membolehkan pergerakan bahan sesetengah bahan manakala dan menghalang bahan yang lain. Okay, not like that. You must say membran telah memilih ialah bahan yang membenarkan pergerakan molekul kecil. So berdasarkan eksperimen ini, the membrane telah memilih only allow iodine, which is molekul kecil merentasinya. So that is what he mentioned here. And then the next 2 points, I think most of you also know this already. One is you need to mention the Pemboleh Ubah of this experiment. So no matter what experiment, bergerak balas is dipengaruhi oleh dimanipulasi. 反应性变数一定是被操纵性变数影响。So you just mentioned the Pemboleh Ubah of the experiment. So this thing ditunjukkan oleh bergerak balas is perubahan warna dalam Tiub Visking. I just read short form Tiub Visking dan bika. So this is dipengaruhi oleh size molecule. So no matter what experiment, it's the same. So the second mark very easy one, just copy back in front only. So for other experiments, maybe the first mark will be harder to get. So if you really can't remember, then just hantam. But here I tell you the answer already. If it's membrane telah memilih, just write this. Then ditunjukkan oleh bergerak balas yang dipengaruhi oleh dimanipulasi. Final question here. One of my students got tell me that teachers told them maybe got amylase. Okay, so this is the question, Ramalan question. They ask you to ramakan what happened if I add this and that. So now I put amylase together with the larutan Y, which is your kanji. So if you don't know by now, amylase will menguraikan kanji kepada maltosa. The main thing is you know amylase mencernakan kanji can already. So which means outside the iodine, just like just now, still will go in. But since inside got no more kanji, the iodine doesn't react with anything. So just like just now, the Tiub Visking Z like that, menjadi kuning loh. Ramakan warna yang terhasil dalam Tiub Visking. Since when the iodine go inside, got no more kanji to react already. So dalam menjadi kuning. Why? Like I say loh, amylase telah menghidrolisis ataupun mencernakan kepada molekul yang lebih bersaiz kecil. No more kanji already. Behind here, there's actually another example which you can go through yourself. It's more or less the same like the first one, just that this one got no unknown lah. So it give you kanji iodine. So you can just read through. Same thing saja. But the operasi definisi got another one. Is operasi definisi bagi membrane plasma. I don't think they will ask this one, a bit weird. But yeah, here's the answer. Then also same ditunjukkan oleh bergerak balas, dipengaruhi oleh dimanipulasi. In bio punya AMALI, sometimes there's this question called kelaskan. Means you need to classify certain things into their category. So for this one, they ask you to kelaskan bahan and radas. So what is bahan, what is radas is so easy lah. Basically radas you can reuse one. Like your bika. Measuring cylinder penyukat. Macam randik. Bahan cannot use already one. Means you do already, then you throw away like all this kanji, Tiub Visking, your iodine. Yeah. So all this you will throw away one. Air, suling, even the benang you don't reuse one. You throw away. Understand? Another thing they could ask you to kelaskan is molekul kecil dan besar. Means kecil means boleh merentasi Tiub Visking, besar means tak boleh. So other than iodine, what else is kecil, right? Usually is your monosaccharida. The satu molecule punya gula, which is your girlfriend gatau, glucosa, fructosa, and galactosa. Disaccharida and polysaccharida is considered besar. So dia tidak boleh merentasi the Tiub Visking. So like just now we already say the maltosa, the barli, that one cannot one. Sucrosa and also lactosa. Just remember this one is me so lazy. So sucrosa example is tebu. Lactosa is susu lah. This one you should know. Then poly is like your kanji lah. This one is all besar one. So only mono is kecil. Understand? So this is something that it could ask you to kelaskan also lah. Okay, so that's the end already. If you got any questions, this notes is already in the description below. You can go and look through and read yourself. Any questions you can ask me in the comment. I'll try my best to answer. Now, before your SPM paper 1, paper 2 bio, I will do a few more videos, which is I will do this year punya state paper. Look at the description below. Right? I also got include one link, which is actually a Google Drive that includes this year punya state trial sorted according to chapters. So you can go and download it and try to do yourself. Also got answer already. But before your exam, I will try my best to do a few videos for some of the parts. If you got any suggestion, you can suggest down below. I will try my best to do for you lah. By the meantime, you can use that to do your revision first. Alright? So I will see you guys real soon in my next video.